Alright guys, just give me a sec, I'm just getting everything sorted. Alright, let me just check guys, just one last quick thing. I do believe that is everything. If you guys are listening in, if you would please let me know if you guys can hear me all good and well. Let me just do this real quick. You all okay? Yeah, just let me know once I see in the chat that you guys can hear me on the stream. I'm gonna start my what I do best. So I have the chat up on my computer. Just need to wait and see. Let's see. I believe we're good. At least I hope so. But it doesn't matter, as we are about to start. Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SRM ESPORTS, where we are at Season 3, Round 22, the penultimate race of Season 3, where we find ourselves at the Austrian Grand Prix. And we're going to start off with a short qualifying, and we're going to have a 50% race as always. I am your commentator, Just Gaming, or Justin, whichever one you guys prefer. But let's take a run up. We have a lot of good competitors here today, but while we get into the commentary, we're going to start off with the Drivers' Championship. Leading the way still with 452 points is Beto Z Mini. Second place is SRI Markey with 365 points. F1 fourth and third with 323 points. Dundree's in fourth with 278. Angry Dutch Guy in fifth with 233. 1 point behind is Dopey Lemons. They're going to be battling out for that fifth place. Seventh place is Starless Aeon with 221 points. With 207 is going to be Steve in 8th. 9th is his Alpine teammate in Richard with 184 points. Michael close behind in 10th with 180 points. Grimmy in 11th with 138 points. Tomo. Oh, I remember this guy. Tomo in 12th with 134 points. Kieran in 13th with 72 points. In 4th is Wolsey with 66 with 50 points. Is Jackie in 15th. 16th is going to be Mini Sprite with, let me just go across, 36 points. With 33, it's going to be Fozzie. And 18th is going to be Andy Smoke Mid with 20, with, let me see. Yeah, am I reading this right? With 31 points. Yeah, 26 points is going to be Slatter SPT. And 19th and 20th is going to be Mogi with 24. With 18th is CDR Claymore. And then last is Scotty with 16. But we're going to be checking in as we're going to be starting off this practice session with, I think, Cagalaire. Sorry guys, it's been a while since I've been in SRM, as he gets a little bit on the throttle, a little bit too early, goes wide. But we're going to go on board with him and describe this track. As when you start up the quali, you want to get those tires nice and clean, but he's really struggling. But you can see around this final corner, you need to get on the throttle early, get a wide line, carry as much momentum as you can, and get that rear wing open with the DRS as much and early as you can. Entering turn 1, you take a wide line, go over the curbs without invalidating, and you carry on the speed into turn 2, which is this long straight. Yep, this long straight is turn 2. As we're making our way into turn 3, the tough hairpin at the beginning of sector 2. Take a wide line, carry as much momentum to get on the power as early as you can, but not too early, as we're seeing Kager spin out And we're going to go with Dundrees leading the way. Going to make his way into turn 4, which is this down right-hander at the end of the DRS straight. And then we make our way into turn 5. This a little bit longer right-hander, as Kager has been disqualified for being parked in a dangerous location. He is going to be starting at the back of the grid here today. But we are still on our way, as Dundree's going to be making it into the final 2 turns. He's going to be setting the standard, as he's going to be the first person to put in a qualifying lap, and with his Mercedes teammate just behind, crosses the line, and he puts in a time of a 104.9, and his teammate Tomo with 105.4. Good to see you, Tomo, once again. Mogi with a 104.9 as well, but only 0.03 of a second slower. Fozzie in 4th goes across the line with a 105.6, and I just see Wolsey make his way up to 3rd with a 105.0, only a 10th slower than the front runners. And we see Steve not really having the drive of his life, as he comes across the line backwards, trying to cross the line in Toe Mater style, but he's going to be just in front of a McLaren in the name of Starless Aeon, but Aeon's going to be not... Yeah, he didn't really block him there, so he's perfectly fine. Angry Dutch guy comes across the line with a 107.1, and we're going to see a Haas and Grimmy cross the line, and he's going to go 5th fastest with a 105.6 on the medium tires, to go figure as well, so that's a very good time on those tires. And we're actually going to check out the tire allocations for all of these drivers. So far, Grimmy does have the advantage on those mediums. We could definitely imagine how fast he would be on those softs, but Grimmy and Angry Dutch guy is going to be the only ones. Actually, Paul actually comes across the line with the mediums, only with a 122.8, so definitely abandoning that lap without actually invalidating. So he's going to go for it again. We're going to see what he puts in right after. With an Alpine crosses the line, and Richard on the mediums with the 112.8. And we do see a McLaren slowing down up ahead, and I think we just saw Starless Aeon cross the line with another 104.9. 104.9s for the top 3, and RSI Markey changes that on the mediums with a 104.5. Never disappoint, do you, Markey? You never disappoint. But what an outstanding lap on mediums. Outrageous time. But let's see if his teammate and Michael can do the same thing. We got Mark and we got Michael, the 2 M's of the Aston Martin team. Gets a very nice line into turn 1, opening that DRS, opening that rear wing as early as he potentially can. But I want to hear from you guys back at home. Are you guys having a good day? Are you guys enjoying yourselves as we are here for the penultimate race of the season, where we find ourselves at Austria? But as it stands, it looks like that was Fozzie making his way up to 8th with a 105.413, just passing Tomo in 9th. But let's see all of the drivers making their way into the pit lane now. But let's see, it looks like clear skies all today, so it looks good for the Grand Prix. Doesn't look like any weather changes so far, and if you guys are watching, please do not put any weather spoilers. I don't really do weather spoilers whatsoever. But yeah, but we're actually still waiting for the last few drivers to put in their times, as Paul is going to be invalidating his time, but starting once again. And let's see if he can make up for that mistake. We're going to go on board with him as he goes really wide into turn 1, really struggling to get grip into turn 1 there on the exit, but was able to put it back on track as he makes his way into turn 3. We can definitely see a few dives into this turn, I do believe, in this race for the Grand Prix. But yeah, so we have we have 6 drivers putting in a time on those mediums. Well, actually, 5 drivers actually put a time on the mediums. 1 driver still yet to come out of the pits, and actually making his way out now in F1 Farth, who I was actually told prior that he is illegal to have the driver of the day. So I don't know if they were saying that as a joke or they were real, but whatever the case is, they are not gonna be getting it unless they have a good race. I give it to whoever truly deserves it. But we have everyone except for the Red Bull drivers to put in an actual time in, and we're actually having one person get disqualified for being parked in a dangerous position, and I think that's the AlphaTauri of. I'm still trying to figure out how to pronounce that name. Jesus, Kegelaers. But also, oh, there we go. Dundries comes across the line to take pole position with a 104.2, and I think that was Andy coming across the line. Yes, it was, with a 104.8 in the Red Bull. But I still say Markey is still in a very good position here. Even though he doesn't have pole, he is going to be starting on the mediums as it stands so far. But we do have a yellow flag in Sector 1 and 2, well, now Sector 2, at the hairpin of Turn 3. But let's see, we're going to go in F1 Farth as he has invalidated on the final turn. So this lap is going to be taken off of the score sheets. And looks like Richard is hoping to put in a good time as he does get purple Sector 2 in the Alpine. Let's see how he does for the rest of this lap as he's going to be coming around to the final few turns. And we're going to see how we can do as he comes around, gets the DRS open, and he set the time of a 104.6, makes his way into 4th place. Amazing recovery drive after that horrendous lap earlier with the 112s. But looks like Mugi actually has lost the front wing. He's going to be shooting it himself into the pits, and doesn't cut off the Haas driver just ahead. So well done, good awareness from you. What do I do, Justin? Go out on softs or sit tight? You have the S. To be honest with you, mate, I actually don't know who's Oh wait, hold on. Go out on softs or sit tight. If that is Markey, I would say just sit tight on those mediums. Oh, but Grimmy goes with a 104.4. Outstanding time by both Grimmy and RSI Markey with those mediums. Outstanding stuff. It's Markey. All right. If I'm gonna be honest with you, if I was in your shoes, I would stay on those mediums because you do show that you do have the pace to keep with the soft runners on those mediums. Of course, you're gonna need to warm them up in the beginning of laps, so you might lose a few positions. But once those softs deteriorate, you're gonna be able to get a lot of points up ahead. And plus, for Grimmy having 6 lap-old mediums for his start. So you're in a very good position. If I was you, I would say just stay in the pits and sit tight and probably even retire at that point because you've done very well on those mediums. But we're going to go with F1 Farth as he's coming around the final few turns. Looks like a very good lap as he's going to come across the line to set a time of a 104.595 on mediums. So second to fourth is on the mediums, where everyone else is almost everyone else is practically on the softs. We have Angry Dutch Guy on a set of mediums and Pole on a set of mediums as well. But they're going to be starting below 10th place. So those mediums and those softs that everyone used below that is not going to mean anything because they're going to have free tire choice. Michael says that he believes that there would be a changeable condition for the race. To be honest with you, it is looking a bit more cloudy, I do gotta say. Not too much, but I'm seeing a lot more white in the sky than blue from the beginning of this qualifying. And no weather spoilers if you don't mind, but to be honest with you, it's not really weather spoilers, it's just what you think is gonna happen. So you can, I'm totally down to have opinions, but me personally, I just do not like to have weather spoilers on my end. But looks like F1 Farth is happy with his time, might shoot it into the pit lane. Yep, he's making his way into the pits, happy with his time of a 104.5. With 6 minutes left to go in qualifying, we have already had one person be taken out of qualifying due to being parked in a dangerous position at the end of turn 3. As you're seeing, Pole struggling to keep the car. Does save his AlphaTauri there, but that's gotta hurt a little bit. Just having the little bit of whiskey throttle, I like to say. But let's see. I'm just waiting. Would be fun for full rain. It would be fun. It would be fun on my end as well, because we're gonna see it. I'm gonna be honest with you. For full rain, you're definitely gonna see a lot of carnage. But one thing that we all do gotta appreciate with these times, with these drivers, is that the time differences from 1st to 15th, it is a difference of I believe it's a 1.6. Yep, 1.634. And you can see the time difference. So you see that Grimmy is behind the leader by almost 2/10, and then about half a tenth, and then 1 full tenth, and then around 200ths, and then about 700ths, and then 400ths, and then a tenth and 200ths, and then 400th, and then another 700ths. Like the time differences between these drivers in qualifying does give us the intention that this is going to be an extraordinary race, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm actually very excited, because I actually knew a lot of these people here from the beginning days of my commentary. But yeah, it's funny how it comes full circle, doesn't it? But okay, you gotta appreciate this camera. Thank you, Codemasters, because we've been looking for a good camera for Austria. At least I have, with the amount of times I've been doing commentary. And I gotta say, this is one of my most hated cameras. Codemasters just saying, "Oh, really? You're now appreciating it? Well, here's a bad one to make it even." But yeah, it's bad for qualifying. But I say for the race, if you're trying to battle with someone, that's pretty good camera, because you're gonna be seeing people diving on the inside of that turn 4. Is that turn 4? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 11, I think? Hold on. I'm actually going to get the track data, because I've actually got my notes. I actually have all my notes of the F1 tracks. Well, not all of them, at least. But with the ones I've done commentary before, in this little notebook that I have right here. So let's see. Austria. Here we go. Yeah, so there's 10 turns. Yep, I was right. 10 turns. With 3 DRS zones. The first one at the exit of turn 1, making its way up to turn 3. And then you have the second DRS zone at the end of turn 3 to the beginning of turn 4, and then the final DRS zone of turn 10 into turn 1. But yeah, it looks like Paul was able to improve on his time, getting a 105.5, but does not improve by position. But this is looking pretty promising, I do gotta say, guys. This is gonna be looking pretty promising. And to the people that are watching, I know that most of you guys are actually racing here, but if not yourself, who would you nominate to win this race, if you can call it already? Gotta say, who would you say? But okay, you're making your way now. Okay, so for the people that have just joined in, Battle C Mini, if that's you, Alexander, Battle, if you do mind, because you could potentially glitch out the game, if you can, just put on your setup, and then retire in the pits. Please do not exit out of the pit lane, because that way you will actually glitch out the lobby because of the time. So if you would please put on your setup and then retire, because it only makes sense for you to start at the back, mainly because you were late due to the update. But it just makes sense at the end of the day. And plus, you already got that Drivers' Championship in the bag, so you don't really need a good position anyway. But yeah, I would just say go do setup and retire. Really do appreciate it, Battle. Really do appreciate it. But don't forget, if well, first you gotta choose your car as well. So don't forget to choose your car. To choose the car, press square to go to the spectator menu, and go to the driver select of that sponsor of car that you are a part of, the constructor of car, not the sponsor, the constructor of the car. And then after, you just click X, and then you can take control of the car, equip your setup, and then retire in the pits. But we only have a minute left of qualifying. Almost all of the drivers are out on the track here today, as we do have a spin out of turn 4, which I believe was F1 Fart, as he's moving out the way to let a Mercedes through in the name of not Dundries but Tomo. But yeah, if you, I can't do anything. Did you click? Hold on. Did you click triangle when you joined in the lobby? Did you click triangle instead of X? Abysmal qualifying, Steve says. But the thing is, it's not just the qualifying, it is also the race. It's also the race as well. It doesn't end with qualifying. The Grand Prix ends with the Grand Prix. But we have 10 seconds left, and I think that's going to be it for qualifying, as we are just waiting for the drivers to come out, as Tomo has crashed midway of turn 2. So we're gonna go on board with a Michael knows the other Aston Martin and RSI Marquis to see exactly what happened there, as we're gonna see what happened to that car. And yep, getting a little bit of oversteer, actually no, retiring on track, but the car was moved out the way, so good stuff there. And you're saying, yeah, abysmal qualifying. Oh, you didn't? Okay. Well, hopefully, it will still allow you to come in. But that's going to be it for qualifying. John Dries gets pole position with a 104.2. Close behind with Richard with a 104.3. Grimmy with a 104.4. RSI Marquis in 4th. F1 Fart gets 5th fastest. Moggy in 6th. 7th is Starless. 8th is Angry Dutch Guy. 9th is Andy. 10th is Wolsey. 11th is Michael. 12th is Fozo. 13th is Tomo. 14th is Abysmal qualifying. 15th is Paul. 16th and 17th are going to start with Jackie and Kegate Lairs. And 18th, hopefully, is going to be Battle Z Mini. But I hope you guys have enjoyed so far. If you are new to the SRM YouTube channel, make sure that you please hit subscribe and change the notification bell on from personalized to all, so you're notified every time we have a qualifying session or a Grand Prix or any content in general. But yeah, so that's going to be your starting lineup. If someone can actually get a screenshot of the lineup, because if Battle Z Mini has not made it in time, we might have to make a new lobby and set up. But as it stands now, that is the qualifying done. And a lot of good times here from all these drivers, especially from Grimmy, Markey, and F1 Farth on those mediums. Extraordinary times from them. But we're going to be ready to start, and I hope you guys have your popcorn. And let's hope if you have a drink, and I hope you guys are ready, because we're about to start round 2 of Season 3 of SRM Esports, where we find ourselves again, as I said before, Austrian Grand Prix, where we just finished the short qualifying, and now we have what we've all been waiting for, the Grand Prix with a 50% race. And this is going to be interesting, and it could be a fast race as well, because especially with those times, we could probably finish this race a little bit earlier than normal. It's probably going to be like just under an hour from this point now. But let's see how the weather was dry. Oh, now it's clear skies, nice and blue, like an ideal summer's day. But of course, we find ourselves in January. Man, I wish the summer will come soon. But we're about to get ready. Everyone is just putting on their setups, putting on the tires, getting those pit strategies ready, and also the fuel. Don't forget about the fuel. But here we are, 3, 2, 1. I hope that's enough time for you guys to get all of your setups and everything done. And we are going to start off potentially with a formation lap, or we're going to go straight in with the Grand Prix. We will soon find out within 30 seconds. But let's see, I want to hear from you guys. What is your opinion of the Austrian Grand Prix? Like, me personally, I actually love how quick-paced it is, and how, like, I love how short it is as well. Like, I love how short the track is, because you want to get through races as quick as you can, while also putting in a very good show. But let's see, as we have the formation lap to go, all of the drivers. Oh, there we go, Battle Z Mini. You are in. Perfect. We were able to get all of the drivers in here. And leading the formation lap is going to be Dundries. in front with the Mercedes team. Richard in second, Grimmy in third, RSI Markey in fourth, F1 fourth and fifth, Moggy in sixth, Starless in seventh. Angry takes 8th place in that Alfa Romeo. 9th place is going to be Andy. 10th is going to be Wolsey, Michael in 11th, Fozzie in 12th, Tomo in 13th, Steve takes 14th, 15th is going to be Paul, 16th is Jackie, 17th is KG, and 18th is going to be Battle Z Mini, as wasn't an early disqualification from you. Wasn't an early disqualification from Battle Z Mini. And it looks like we have a few drivers that actually have been disqualified, and Fozzie and Steve. Don't know exactly what happened there, but there's the predicted pit strategy. If you are starting on the softs, it's looking like a one-stop from you between pits 15 and 17 to a set of mediums, and vice versa for the mediums, probably around maybe the 20th lap, or just before, or just after that, maybe 20th to 23rd lap, and then go on a set of softs at the end. Battlesy Mini has left the session as his AI has just taken control and has gotten off the start. I'm in but can't move. Well, let's see. Quickly get back in and let's see if you can take control of that car. And also to the drivers ahead, I hope that the AI has saved the tire temperatures, as we're gonna get we're actually gonna take off the full Trek map real quick, because this is what I like doing at the beginning. I like to do this as the quick setup, and then I equip everything right after. But yeah, so we are just waiting on Battle Z Mini. Oh, I did not wanted to put it like that. There we go. But yeah, so we're just waiting for Battle Z Mini's AI to come across the final few turns, and we're gonna get this Grand Prix started. As Battle Z Mini has rejoined, has he taken control of the car, or is Battle Z Mini's oh, looks like he got control of it. There we go. But it looks like his tires could be a little bit cold, because the AIs don't really set that up for you very well. But he has finally reached the position, and what is happening? Guys, what's going on here? Do we have a glitch? Is it glitched? I think we have a glitched lobby here, ladies and gentlemen. Just waiting for what's going on here. Let me just chat in real quick. Because on my screen, Battle Z Mini, I think I messed up the lobby. Battle Z Mini, how could you do this to us? But this is what I'm going to do for us real quick. I'm going to print the screen like that. But let's see. But we're going to try this again. Battle Z Mini still having the AI. Can this AI please just go into line? Doesn't look like... Oh! What in the world just happened? What just happened? Oh, here. I am extremely confused. Are we underway? Is it true? Are we underway? Because I'm actually so confused. Like, that is the strangest startup I have ever seen. Like, guys, are we actually underway? I think... You know what? Forget. We are underway for the Austrian Grand Prix, where we have a little bit of a spin from pole, from what it looks like, falling down the order to 16th, and we're having a few battles up ahead with Wolsey. Oh, Wolsey going very wide there at the end of turn 4 into turn 5, falling down the pecking order, as he does have a right end plate missing on that front wing. And now we're gonna go up with Moggy. Moggy has spun out, going on the throttle a little bit too early. and has fallen down to 17th, a Ferrari 17-18 at this point. Very unfortunate to see that. Woolsey's going to be making his way into the pit lane. And looks like Angry Dutch Guy as well. Has Angry Dutch Guy got front wing damage? We're going to have to check back with him. But look at the amount of smoke and dust getting off of this track. Probably even some sand too, you never know. But Tomo getting the first penalty points of the race. And it looks like Grimmy has fallen down to 5th place, with RSI Markey going up to 3rd. And F1 Farth making his way up to 4th. But RSI Markey is going to have F1 Farth right on the tail end, as we're going to go on board, and he's going to go shooting onto the inside. Nope, he's going to have to back out of it. But he has tricked RSI Markey to give the space. Let's see, as they're going to go side by side once again into turn 6. Still side by side. RSI Markey on the inside. Breaks late and gets that position in front of F1 Farth. Amazing defending from him there. Extraordinary scenes. Can I get an invite, please, if possible? Let me just check this out real quick on battle. If there's nothing happening, I'll quickly see if I can shoot you an invite. But actually, do you have an invite that you could probably use once again? But let's see, Grimmy does get the fastest lap with the 107.2 on a set of mediums. Just extraordinary, the pace on those mediums. But the rear wing is now open with the DRS. And we're going to see if F1 Farth is going to make a huge dive into turn 3. Doesn't look like it. He might actually get it on turn 4, to be honest with you. Oh, but now, yep, he's going to be easy to get this overtake. Now, side by side with the rear wing open, it is like taking candy from a baby. As you can see, the Aston Martin falling behind to 4th. And F1 Farth didn't really have to do anything at all to get that position. So very well done to F1 Farth and the Red Bull. Still leading the way, of course, it is Dundrees with Richard just behind. And now they have made F1 Farth 1.3 seconds behind, so F1 Farth will not be getting DRS whatsoever. But look at this huge DRS train here. Just mate, I think they are the one messing up, to be honest. Well, I mean, so far it looks pretty good as it stands. But we're gonna actually going to see if we can get this